Lord, they done blocked out my camera. Oh, there it is. What's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another edition of the ManUp Real Talk podcast. I am your host with the most, Mr. Michael Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers. Our faithful followers and listeners. Look, y'all know we appreciate all the likes, the shares, the clicks, and the downloads, and whatever it is that you do to support this podcast. Please know that we greatly appreciate it and we do not take it for granted. Now, for those of y'all that's joining us for the first time, we want to say welcome. And for those that's coming back for a second helping, we say welcome back because your boys is back on the air with another ManUp Real Talk podcast, a podcast for the people. And joining me as always is my brother from another mother, Mr. Philip Hines, a.k.a. Mr. Classic, a.k.a. OG Triple OG, who is always and definitely in the building. What's going on, fam? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Kind of have to work with what I got today. So,
man, you got a little delayed reaction going there, son.
Yeah, man. I don't have my laptop.
All good, man.
So I'm dealing with this little tablet.
No, dog. No, you should have used your phone. That probably would have been a better deal. But it's all good, man. Hey, man, sometimes you just got to make it work.
Yeah, you got to
do what I'm saying. Yeah. So to everybody that's in the chat, look, if I don't see your name, please don't call me out and say, you didn't say hi to me. How come you didn't say hi to me? Oh, my God, because I didn't see your name. Stop it. So if you're in here, you want to be recognized, just type a little something in the chat, and I'll throw you out there. I see Jennifer actually type something this time before she started talking about us. So all our Jennifer, God bless your ministry on today. Big Sean in the building. What up, Sean? I see you. Appreciate you from tuning in. And everybody else that's here, I thank you. Big John in the house. I see you, John. What's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in, stopping by and taking hanging out with your boys. We appreciate it. Look, guys, if you didn't know about that, you can follow us on social media, and I encourage you to do so. You know, you can follow us at our ManUp Real Talk podcast page right here on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We own all that good stuff, TikTok. YouTube. We actually are on YouTube. We broadcast, we simulcast actually on YouTube. If you haven't already done so, please go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little bell button so you get notifications whenever we go live and whenever we do something awesome over on YouTube. Let's see what else. Oh, look, this Thursday. We got a special show for this Thursday. We're going to have a musical guest, Mr. Kevin Cardell. Now, look, I ain't just pumping him up because he's my nephew, but I'm pumping him up because he just dropped a new album. It's actually really good, and I'm proud of the dude, and we're going to have him on so we can talk about his journey. He's a young man, loves the Lord, dropped a new album. The album is actually really dope. I'm just so proud of him. So we're going to finally be able to get him on here on Thursday. We're going to play some of his music and just have a good time. That's right, Sean. I'm taking some cues from you. I see how you're doing it, son. I see how you're doing it. So we're going to actually do that and have a good time on Thursday, man. We got so much stuff that's going on. A lot of stuff that's coming up. Listen, if you haven't already seen it, just know, and I know some kids ain't even got out of school yet, but January 31st is going down. I mean, July 31st, not January. July 31st, ladies and gentlemen, it is going down. Do you see the way? This ain't even half of my arsenal. This ain't even 1/15 of my arsenal. Actually, it probably is. Because I think I might have about 15 guns. I'm not sure. But listen, July 31st, Rock the Block, back to school event. It is going down. Totally free for the community. We're going to be giving out school supplies. We're going to have free food. We're going to have a straight up Nerf war. It is going down. July 31st, 354 West 71st Street is going to be sponsored by yours truly, ManUp Real Talk, Faith, Hope, and Charity Ministries, and the House of Love Catering Incorporated. So listen, them details going to keep on coming, y'all. I want y'all to come through. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some fun things. We're going to do some stuff for the community, and we're going to have a good time. Let's see. You want to support the podcast? Y'all already know you can go over to get you a nice t-shirt. It's about to be t-shirt season. The weather's already warming up. Phil, did you get your t-shirts yet?
No, I haven't got my t-shirts yet. Wait for you to tell me when my t-shirts coming.
I might have to look into that. In the meantime, you all can go onto the website at manuprealtalk.store. Go ahead and get you a nice fly t-shirt and support the podcast. And we'll say thank you and post your picture up there and brag on you and all that good stuff. And I think that's it. Who else is in here since I've been talking? Jackie, I see you. I appreciate you. Mitzi, you know I love you and I thank you. I appreciate you and I love you so very much for being on here and hanging out with your boys. I think that's it. Anything from you? Anything on your infield that I forgot? Anything that I forgot or that I'm overlooking?
No, not really.
Okay. Oh, the Bulls out of the playoffs and so are the Lakers.
Whatever, Mike. Whatever.
Woo! I'm sorry. Look, listen. I haven't teased LeBron since they got eliminated. Okay, I think I did throw a meme up there once, but I didn't.
I haven't said not one thing about that. That's growth. I haven't said not one thing about it.
I promise you, it's growth, man. I would have been all over that, but you know what? I ain't even trip. I didn't even trip. I was like, man, they got eliminated.
But I will say though, Mike. I will say, Mike, that Kawhi Leonard showed you Sunday what a franchise, when you're the man, what you do to will your team to win and not go home.
Yeah, man. Hey, he did his thing. They came back and they won Game 7 and they moved on, and it is what it is. So we'll see how it all plays out. So look, y'all, I got some good stuff I want to talk to you all about. We all about celebrating the melanin on this show. We love our people. We love our blackness, and I believe in celebrating it and just putting it out there on display because the world tends to show all the negative sides of it, and we like showing the positive sides and talking about the good stuff. And I just want to celebrate Simone Biles on today. Now, for those of y'all that may not know, over the weekend, Miss Biles went on ahead and won her seventh championship. That's right. And in the process of her winning that, she is now, actually she already was, but she is for sure now the most decorated, she's the most decorated gymnast in the world. I'm going to say that again for the people in the cheap seats, just in case y'all didn't hear me. She is the most decorated gymnast in the world. And she's black.
She has won every competition she have participated in since 2013.
Since she's been in the game, son, she done won every last one of them. She now has a total of 19 gold medals, which is the most of any gymnast ever. Ever. That's just how decorated she is.
She goes.
She has 30 medals in total. The next one under her has 20 medals, and I think it's some chick from Russia. I forget her name. But she ain't competed since 2003. This girl has 30 medals, son. 30. 19 gold. It's ridiculous.
She win again, she have more than men and women.
Man, no. She is the most decorated gymnast. That's among men or women.
No, I think she's tied with some foreign dude, as far as overall men and women.
I gotta check that because I know in America she is definitely the most decorated gymnast, and that's between men or women.
Overall, I was talking about overall.
Yeah. I think I will look into that because I don't know what her overall rank is when it comes to men and women, but I know overall she is the most decorated gymnast in the world when it comes to women. Men and women, I'm not sure. I know in America she is the most decorated gymnast between men and women. Yeah, man, this girl is crazy. But yeah, I mean, came out of nowhere and just started beating the bricks off of people when it came to the gymnastic world. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, Eddie, I would have to totally agree, man. You know, she awesome. And there's no shame. She showcased the brilliance and ability. The guy was, man, listen. This girl's skill is unmatched. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Her skill is unmatched. Here's what's so dope. Not to mention the goal, not just decorate. Yeah, and she's still young. She's still 24. She's just 24. But see, it's funny that you mentioned that, right? I want to go back to his comment real quick. He said that she's awesome. It's no shame she showcased the brilliance and ability that God bestowed on us as first people. Here's the funny thing. And this is what we sometimes have to pay attention to, right? Do you know that even in all of her greatness, they are trying to, I don't want to say stifle her greatness, but they definitely are trying to undercut what she has accomplished, right? Um the way that they score, and if I'm not mistaken, the FIG or FIG or whatever it is, which is the Federation of International Gymnastics or whatever, some French organization. They basically come up with the scoring system for gymnastics, right? And the way it works is like you start out with a base score of 10. Everybody starts out with a 10. And as you go through the routine, points are either maintained or they're taken away, right? Now the way they score it is that every routine, every move and everything that you do has a letter grade from A through J. A being the lowest, which means you get 1/10 of a score. J being the highest, which means you get a full point. In May, when she competed, she introduced two moves to her routine. The first move was some triple kind of dope flip. I don't know what she did and what she called it. And she did that on her floor routine. She actually got a full point for that, and they scored it. They was like, man, she get the full point for that one. They rated that a J. She did a double dismount, and I forget I'm named after some Russian dude because of his level of difficulty. A lot of people never attempted it. Well, she attempted it, she dismounted with it, and she killed it. She stuck the landing, no problem. Here's the problem: they did not score her a full point for that move, and that move was more difficult to perform off of the beam than the move that they gave her the full score for. Now, the reason behind that is because the move is really, really difficult, and they didn't want to encourage that level of difficulty from other gymnasts. So what they did, they almost did it as a term was, well, we're going to knock you down a couple points because we don't want the other people to try to attempt that level of difficulty because we know that they can't do it. So in other words, this girl is so dope that they did not give her her full point because they knew that other people would try to attempt it, but they also knew that they wouldn't be able to do it because she's not even in the same league as these other gymnasts are. And the other gymnasts even know it because they was like, yeah, it's Simone Biles league, and then it's everybody else. So really, people are just competing for second place right now. And
Hey
this
man,
and yeah.
Mike, you saw the goats on her tights, man.
Yes, sir. This is what
You
I'm
saw them?
saying.
You saw the ghost on her tights. I mean, she knows she is, and
She already
everybody else
look.
knows.
The girl's
And
so dope.
everybody else knows.
The girl is so dope, man. She sat up there and she even said, she was like, you know what? I think they kind of, played me with the score, but it's okay. It is what it is. She knows the number game. And in regards to how the scoring worked, look, the girl is not only good at what she does, but she's smart. You understand what I'm saying? But this is just an example of how the world tries to stifle your greatness. And when I say your, I mean you, people of color. You are great, you are powerful, and people are afraid of you. And they will do everything that they can to try to undercut how great you are. And I'm here to encourage you and to tell you, don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. There's some things right now that some of you all may be doing and you may be thinking to and probably doing a fantastic job, but somebody has come along and told you, it's okay. Trying to downplay what you're doing, trying to downplay how good you are, trying to downplay how well you do what you do. Don't you let them do it. Do not let them do it. because folks will try to kill your vision. They'll try to kill what you're trying to do. They're trying to, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, folks will try to kill it because they don't want you to be great. Bump that. F them kids. I'm going to be great. That's right. I said it. Can't let nobody stop you from being great. That's foolishness. But that's how the world is. They see you doing great things, and instead of them trying to be better and aspire to do better, you know what they do? They try to cut you down. Get that. Don't you do it. And I just wanted to celebrate her and just put her out there because, man, this girl is killing the game. She killing it. And her blackness is intimidating these white folks. They already know that these other people can't do it. And so to try to keep it close and to try to keep it competitive, they try to knock her down a couple of pegs. She's already leagues ahead of these other gymnasts. It ain't gonna happen until she decides that, all right, it's time for me to step out the game. It's not gonna happen. And it's gonna be a long time before somebody catch up with her and accomplish the things that she's accomplished since she's been in the game. So I salute her. And you absolutely right. She can write her own ticket now. The crazy thing is now is that all of these young gymnasts, they all flocking to Houston. They want to train where Simone Biles trained. You know, they used to go, I forget the other dude that was such an acclaimed trainer. They like, nope, we ain't going there no more. We want to go where Simone Biles is trained. And if she play her cards right, she could be the premier trainer.
I think
and
she's
be killing the game.
I think she's going to be like the Serena Williams of gymnastics, where she's going to put a lot of more black girls into wanting to do that. Just like how, because these Osakas and all these girls,
yes,
children of Serena. Those are Serena children. They'll let you know.
Yeah,
they all got into tennis because Serena. So that's the best part about it, because Simone can pull a lot of black girls, you know, and get more into, you know, gymnastics, where we could dominate that, because that Osaka girl, that's Serena 2.0.
Man, that's a bad little chick, man. She's gonna be a problem. Yes,
she's gonna be a major problem.
And she's young. Like, how old is she?
She's
even 20?
I think she's, yeah, I think she's about 20 or probably 21 or something like that. But
okay.
She's gonna be a problem though, Mike. She's gonna be a problem, and that's what Simone Biles is gonna eventually. She's gonna be like the Serena Williams of gymnastics, where she's gonna pull a lot of young black girls into wanting to be more into that.
Absolutely. And you're right, Stephanie. She a giant killer for real. She came in the game swinging the biggest sword and just cut a whole lot of people down, and they don't like it. And they don't like it.
They didn't like Serena. Son. They didn't like Venus. They didn't like they daddy. So that's how they do it, man. You already know. Once we start dominating some, you know them folks don't like that.
I know. It burns them, son.
But you know, you just gotta be strong-minded and you know, just take it and keep going.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like what Eddie said here, he says she too stands on the shoulders of those that came before her. Yep, we pushed the boulder. Serena can look to Althea Gibson, absolutely, Arthur Ashe, etc. You have to know your history.
But you know what, Mike? I understand all that. Serena Gibson, I understand all that. But what Serena did was Serena came and she actually, I remember those people too. But folks still weren't clamoring to tennis like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I mean when I say she can be. Serena brought a lot of black. It's a little. I can't forget her name. She's from Inglewood. That's into golf. Coco something. I can't remember her name. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, I understand the Arthur Ashe and all that, but they really didn't pull no one to tennis like that. They didn't. Yeah. Serena pulled these young girls into wanting to get into tennis. You ask all of them, they all say that Serena and Venus are their idols. That's what made them want to jump into tennis.
Yeah. I
And
don't
I'm
think
just
he
saying
was
that Serena Biles can be that for Jamal.
right. I don't think he was disagreeing with what you were saying. I think what he was saying though is that
No,
when you look at even
no,
at
no,
how
I'm not. No, I'm not saying. You know,
you kind of cutting in and out. Hello?
see, man, this is see. Yeah, can you
Hello?
hear me,
There you go. I got you now. What were you saying now?
Mike? No, I wasn't saying. I
Hello?
understand what Eddie was saying. You know, I know Eddie.
Oh,
Eddie go deeper. You can't hear me. Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now. Yeah.
No, I was saying. I know you know Eddie will go deeper to the history, so I understand what he's saying. I don't think he was disagreeing with me. I was just saying I understand that those that can't force understand that, but what's really did. Serena pulled people into and took. She pulled the little girls into that tennis thing. It's almost like when all Mike,
Yeah. Hello?
Mike,
Yeah, you were talking. I'm listening.
Mike.
Hello?
No, what I was saying, it's almost like it's almost like how all you black folks went and ran to these golf courses when Tiger won that Masters back in 1997.
First
None
of
of
all,
y'all know how to
sir,
play golf
let me
like
say
you should.
this. I was doing mini golf before Tiger Woods even came on the scene. So
You
take
was out there in
that.
Crestwood. You was out there in
I was
Crestwood on the mini
I
golf
was
course.
I was on the mini golf course killing the game, son.
Man, everybody, but you understand what I'm saying, Mike?
Yeah, I know.
Everybody was running these golfs. That golf, over there, that stayed packed.
Yeah.
I'm be honest with you. Golf is a boring game to me. It's just boring to me. It's long and boring.
I like golf. Golf has its appeal, but I mean, it's definitely not football or baseball, but once you understand it and understand the hooks, the slices, and understand what the roughs and the the all and the sand traps and all that stuff, and
And it's
understanding the
still
difference
long and
between
boring. And it's still long
yeah.
and boring.
I mean, as I said, it has its appeal. It's definitely not for everybody though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
But
but yeah, but
she goat though,
Simone,
Mike. She is.
yeah,
That's
man,
she the goat. We must
she
respect.
doing her thing, and I appreciate it. So look, moving on. I don't know why this subject keeps coming up every year, and I guess because we talked about it once, and every time around this year, somebody reaches out to me and be like, "Mike, you gonna talk about this? You gonna talk about this?" And I'm like, "We've already talked about that. I don't even know why we have to keep discussing it, but I'm gonna bring it up again." Because it keeps coming up, and I guess this is really a touchy subject for some people. I may even see it a little differently now that I'm thinking about it. And the question is, should moms or single moms in particular be celebrated on Father's Day? You
We
know,
gonna talk about this again, Mike.
it's I don't even know, but look, it's a touchy subject for some people. It's a touchy subject
Well,
for
my
some
ass
people.
haven't changed from last. My ass hasn't changed from last time we talked about it.
I'll be honest with you. I've always had the problem that I just and it's not that I feel like no, I just want my day. It's not even that. It's just that I just think that I just feel
It's
that it
Father's
just
Day. It's called Father's Day.
yeah. And I I
Simple as
I
that.
I
There's no other
think
way
that it
around
just
that.
takes I think that it just takes away from or it takes value from what the day is supposed to celebrate, right? I mean, I remember the first time I saw the cards. I was in a Walgreens, and they had a card section that said for you, mom, on Father's Day. But now here's the thing. It was only in the cards, it was only in the mahogany card section. Now, for those that may not know, Mahogany is a brand of card by Hallmark that is specifically targeted towards African Americans. It's in no other card section in the store. It's only in the African American, it's only in the card section for African American families. And it says, for you, Mom, on Father's Day. And then, I don't know if you all remember, but when WGCI was still kind of popping, I don't know if it still is because I don't even listen to radio like that. I remember for years, they were doing Father's Day dinners for mothers. And they were we celebrating the single moms. Y'all come on out to the mom's Father's Day celebration. They were doing these big old extravagant dinners and was promoting this stuff on the radio. Promoting it. And I'm sitting up here like, well, dang. Mother's Day is there is already a stark difference between Mother's Day celebrations and Father's Day celebrations. It already is. And if you don't think so, you blind. Because it is. You go out on Mother's Day, I dare you to find a restaurant where you ain't got a 2-hour wait. I dare you. Go out on Father's Day. They tell you to sit where you want to. Sit where you want to sit. It's not celebrated the same.
Well,
and we got to ask, and if you ask the question, why is that? You know what people normally say? Well, it's a lot of men that didn't step up to their responsibilities. Is that always the case? Is it always because a brother just didn't step up to his responsibility? Is it a possibility that maybe you was just a toxic woman and he just didn't want to deal with you? Is it a possibility that maybe you keeping his kids from him? Is it just always the brother just didn't step up to his responsibility? But I digress. It's only targeted and it's only mentioned in the African American community. I've never heard any white people talk about celebrating their mom on Father's Day. You never hear it spoke of in any other ethnic group, only ours.
But we pander it, Mike.
Yeah, we do.
We pander it.
It's crazy to me.
What you just say, the radio station, a Father's Day dinner for. Listen, I'm not trying to make no females mad. If you're a single mother that you have to raise kids without a father around, good. I mean, hey, salute you. But your day is Mother's Day. Just because you're raising kids by yourself, don't mean that you get to celebrate Father's Day because it's called Father's Day. You are not a father. I don't believe that I had to play both. No, you're just playing a mother raising kids on your own. You're not playing a mother and father's side. No, you're not. You go to 6,000 games, all you want. Mothers go to games all day long. My son played basketball. It was more mothers in there than fathers in there. So I don't want to hear that I have to play the father role. No, you don't. You're playing the mother role. So no, it's called Father's Day for a reason because it's the day for the fathers. Just like it's a day for the mothers when you're sitting back on Mother's Day. All we get is a grill. Y'all get all the restaurants backed up for 3 or 4 hours. Y'all get everything. All we get is grill, charcoal, and some meat. That's it. Let us have that, y'all. Please let us have that.
I don't know, man. You know, I look, and here's the thing. You can celebrate it all you want to, because people are going to do it regardless of how I feel, and that's fine. You have the absolute right to do whatever it is that you want, you know. But exactly. I guess my question is that why don't you just celebrate her on her day? Double up on the gifts, double up on the love, and say, "Man, Mom, you know you was both mom and dad. I'm gonna celebrate you twice today."
Yeah.
It just seems
celebrate on Father's Day. You're not.
It just seems to me like it's more of a spite thing. And I don't know. And maybe I'm feeling that way. Because look, here's the thing. I am in no way a perfect dad. There are some things that even now, when I look back, I think, you know what? I could have did that differently. Or maybe I should have did that differently. Or, man, I wish I would not have done that. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. I'm
It
not
is
perfect.
stupid, Eddie. You right. It is stupid.
I'm not perfect. So so I get that. But I just want but if I'm there and if I'm doing the best that I can, I'm making the sacrifices, I'm trying to instill in them, just some values that's going to make them productive members of society, just give me a little credit. You ain't even got to give me a lot. A little bit, though. Because there are a lot of guys that just shows they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to step up to the plate. They didn't want the kid. They didn't want nothing to do with him. And then, ladies, some of y'all got involved with the nigga and you didn't even know he wasn't no good. You knew he wasn't worth nothing. But you
Don't hate the
still laid
man,
down
make a
with him.
decision. That's why
I'm just saying. It ain't always the brother's fault. It's not always the guy's fault that he's not in your life or in your child's life. Some of y'all for real be playing the games with these kids and be purposely keeping these men away from them. And then you be spewing all that poison in the air talking about your daddy don't care nothing about you. I know guys that went through that stuff. And
but
that's
you know
not
what,
cool.
Mike? But you know what, Mike? Let me go back to you, man. Let me tell you something, bro. We all make mistakes as parents. As long as but if you was there, that's the only thing that matters. It's mistakes I made with my son, but I was there. I raised my son to be tough. I hate I did that. And that was a big mistake, but I was there. As long as you was there in your kid's life, that's the only thing that matters. We all make mistakes along the way.
Yeah.
So you worrying about that doesn't matter. It really don't.
It's just that it just and I try and look. I try not to take this issue personally, but I feel that I'm a decent dad, and I do take it personally because on Mother's Day, I'm all for celebrating you. I'm all for you getting all the love and all the adoration, all the accolades that you deserve. I really am. But it bothers me that same thing is not reciprocated for the guys that's doing their job. It's just not. And it's been like that for years. It's been like that for years. And I'm telling you, fellas and ladies, I don't mean nothing by it, but the men don't get the credit sometimes that they deserve. They just don't. And some men really be breaking their backs to be the best fathers that they can be, and they don't get the credit that they deserve. And that's not right. And then you say, well, I'm going to celebrate you on Father's Day. Why take the little credit that I get away from me?
Give us that grill and talk for me. Just give us that. Just give us that grill and talk for me.
Man, I just don't feel it's cool, man. I just don't. And again, ladies, it ain't nothing against you. It really isn't, because I know, and who knows? This probably, I don't think it's something that some woman thought of. God, I hope it's not. I really think I think Eddie mentioned it earlier. It's just history and myths and stuff that got us believing that black fathers just ain't there, and it's not true. I know too many good dads.
But Mike, it's just not black. It's not just black fathers, Mike. There's been a target on the black man, period, forever.
Look,
forever.
That's what Eddie just said. Look at this. They said brothers were absent in 1865, and they still cutting it short in 2021. We've been conditioned to believe that traditionally black fathers were just not in the home.
But Mike, we've been conditioned to believe that black men are just the worst thing in the world. Period. It's not just black, it's just black men all over.
Man. It's just
that's just the way society has made it. And we have accepted And we have accepted this mothers be celebrated on Father's Day crap. We have accepted it. Our
It just
society. Because no
it
other
just
races
strikes a
do it. Yes,
nerve.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
no, nobody else do.
And I'm
Nobody.
sorry. Right?
Nobody else does it. And
Well,
it just
like I
strikes a
said, man.
nerve, man. It strikes a nerve with me. Because even when I look in this
Well,
chat, I look at John and I look at Eddie, I look at Deacon Tim. And there's other brothers that's been on here that I know them personally and I know how they are with their families. Guys that I came up with for over 30, 40 years that got families and I see how they are with them. We ain't perfect. But my God, we do the absolute best that we can do, and you want to take that away from us. I do
well, no
not
one's perfect. No
understand.
one's perfect, Mike. No one's perfect. Like I said, if anybody perfect, I want to take you down to Lake Michigan. I want to see you walk on water. That's where I look at that. So no one's
Not walk on
perfect.
water. I
Yeah.
mean,
If you perfect, you gotta
Jesus
walk out there.
Christ. You know, and then so let's just say this. Let's just say if it becomes official and we say, you know what, from this day henceforth and forever, we are going to celebrate single moms on Father's Day, and it'd be like this whole big campaign. They got commercials and all that stuff, and that's the new thing now. Celebrating mom, we celebrating you and dad on Father's Day, right? Okay, so are y'all gonna start celebrating the men on Mother's Day that's raising the kids by himself? Are y'all gonna start celebrating him? Here's a better question.
I wouldn't, but you know
Here's a
what? I
better
wouldn't.
no. Here's a better question. Since you want the glory for raising a kid, are you gonna take the blame for when that boy don't come up right? You want that? So are you going to accept the fact when you don't raise the man that he should have been? Are you going
No,
to
he'd have
accept that?
no. His father was
You want to be
no. He'd
celebrated?
have a father
Right,
in his
right.
life.
Come on,
That's
man.
gonna be an excuse. He'd have a man in his life. So
That's what I'm
it's a
saying.
double edged, Mike. So that's why I tell you, don't get upset about these things because that's the way society have made it, man. The black man is the worst thing in the world. That's
No,
what society wants. What society
I do,
wants you to believe.
I do get upset. And don't get me wrong, my family have always done right by me on Father's Day. Always. I have honestly never felt slighted ever. There have been times when I said, I really don't want nothing. Because I had to think of something for them to get me on Father's Day. Had to think of something. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not. This isn't a like. I know people like, man, they doing Mike wrong over there. That's not it. But what I see is there is this trend that brothers are constantly being cut down and they're constantly being looked upon as deadbeats and they're constantly being looked upon as if they don't want to take care of their kids, they're not in the home, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. Y'all don't
But
understand. You do not understand sometimes the stuff that men really, really go through when it comes to being
that
a father.
and that's what it comes down to, Mike. Sometimes you never know why that man is not in that child's life. You don't know.
Oh, man,
All you going by is he's not there, and that's what society takes and runs with it. He's not there.
yeah.
You don't know that. You don't know that woman is giving that man purity hell just to see his child. You don't know that.
Man,
You
look.
don't know that.
I got some stories, bro, from some dudes that I know that
I mean,
you
hey,
would only
man,
think you would see in a lifetime special.
bro. I done seen some things that some people that went through dealing with their kid's mother. I mean, but
Yeah.
when I don't want to get off onto that because I don't want nobody to think that we've been
No,
far
we
down to the
this
women. So
listen,
I'm not trying to do that.
listen. This ain't bashing mom. This ain't bashing single moms. That's not what we're doing. What I'm trying to do is bring awareness to something that does not exist. Are there some guys that's not taking up their responsibility? Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. There are
just like
some
Mike.
mothers. Hold
But you
on.
know,
There
Mike,
there are
I
some
don't agree.
mothers that's not taking up their responsibility.
But Mike, just like that, I don't agree with a man, a single father wanting to be recognized on Mother's Day. I don't agree with that.
No, and that's just it. We don't. We
I
don't.
don't.
We don't.
I would not respect a man who expect that he should be recognized on Mother's Day.
bro, I
I don't agree
promise
with
you,
that.
if you one of them guys that's talking about something, I want to be recognized on Mother's Day, I'm slapping you on sight. I promise you.
Man,
Because
listen.
that's the lamest thing ever. I don't want to be recognized on Mother's Day. Just give me my flowers on my day. That's all
That's
I want.
all. And that's all.
That's
That's
all I
all.
want. And I just want every guy that if he's doing his thing, if he was a legit good father, legitimately a good father, I just recognize that man.
Yeah,
God,
but
it, it,
these,
it
these
don't it
days and
don't
times, Mike. These days times,
dude.
Mike. I mean, it's hard to be a black man. You know what I'm saying? Even with the courts, man. You get wrapped up in these courts, man. The woman is going to be the victim no matter what. You get wrapped
Hmm.
in this child support court. You get wrapped up in a child support court. It's like you could be doing the world.
Tambourine played in the choir director me get recognized. I can't with Tim right now, man. I can't. Look, all
It's
I'm
just
saying is, all I'm saying is that this whole thing about celebrating mom on Father's Day is, I just feel like it's just another way of undercutting
it's
and
stupid.
take and
It's
and and
dumb.
just and just taking away from what the black man is really doing, because I don't think it's any more. I don't think brothers lead their families or are less responsible than any other race out there. Men are men across the board, and you got some responsible men and you have some irresponsible men. I do not
Color
think
ain't
that
got nothing to do with it. Color
color
has
ain't
nothing
got,
to do with it.
man.
Has nothing to do with that. But Mike, like I keep saying, the black man, that target been
Yeah.
on our back for centuries now.
Oh
For
yeah, I
some
know.
reason, society wants us to be the worst thing walking this face of this earth.
Right.
And
That's
they do
terrible,
that
man.
for a reason because they know our strength. They
Yeah.
know.
And look, I agree. I mean, I don't need the day. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I know my kids love me. I ain't tripping on that. But if you gonna give me a day, give me a day. That's all I'm saying.
Really? No, I'm not tripping on the day neither. It's just that I just truly feel that the day should be for fathers. Just like
Man, look,
Mother's Day should be for mothers.
bump
I'm
that. If you gonna
sorry.
give me this day, I want my day. I
Man,
want
give
my day.
oh, we ain't gonna get nothing but the grill. Like I said,
It's
give us
some
that
meat.
grilled charcoal meat. Just give it to us.
Oh Lord. Speaking of the court systems, right? And this all kind of ties in. Since we talked about the courts and we talked about how it seems like it's always against the brothers anyway, let me throw the scenario out there to you ladies that may still be listening if you haven't left. Um, Picture this. It's Friday evening. You and your girls getting ready to go out. You got your FM dress on. Y'all finna get ready to go out and kick it. Go out to the club, everything is cool and everything. You see a guy that you ain't seen in a long time. Y'all was cool at one point in time. Y'all at the bar talking and kicking it. Y'all done reconnected. Y'all leave the scene because it's a little crowded. You decide to go back home, do a little Netflix and chill. And now here it is, 6:30 in the morning. You trying to rush them out because you got to get to work, right? Time goes on. You realize, uh-oh, I done missed my period. You know what that means? Now you're pregnant. You go back, connect with the guys like, listen, man, when we kind of hooked up the other day, this, that, and the other happened, and now it looks like I'm pregnant. Um, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. He tells you, well, be honest with you, I wasn't really ready to have a family right now. I'm not trying to, have a kid. I'm just not ready. I'm think maybe you should consider maybe terminating the pregnancy. Of course, you don't give an immediate answer right then. I'm gonna think about it. Okay, just want to let you know where I stand. All right, that's fine. Maybe a week or so later, you tell them, hey, you know what? After careful deliberation, I decided that I'm gonna keep the child. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go through with this pregnancy and I'm gonna have a kid. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you still think that he's supposed to support that kid for the next 18 to 21 years? Are you going to require him to support this kid, to be in this
Yeah,
kid's life?
if she go through child support, that's the only way she can get some money out of the brother. Because the brother
But
already
see,
told you where he stood when you brought it to his attention. He already told you that, hey, I'm not trying to have no kids. Woo woo. I give you this little chop. So you go to the hospital, but if you choose now, don't get me wrong. She has the right to take the child support court because
but
that's
why? Why?
he's the father.
Why?
Whoa,
Why?
listen, wait, let me finish, Mike. Let me finish, Mike, because that's the way the courts are. You can tell, listen, a girl can tell me that they're pregnant by myself. I don't want the baby. So I'm not going to be in the baby life, period. But she still can take me to court if that child is my child. She still can take me to court with child support. Well, I want to be in the child's life or not.
I understand that's how the system works, but my question is why? If a woman can choose whether or not she wants to have the baby or not have the baby, why can a man not say, you know what, my money, my choice? I told you I wasn't ready to have a family. I don't want to support this kid.
It don't work like that, Mike. Not in the real world. It don't work like that.
I understand that it doesn't, but my question is why? Because it seems to me that all of a sudden now you shifting the whole responsibility on him, saying, well, no, you have to be a father. No, I don't. Because it was told and discussed in the beginning that was not my plan. Now, both of you all were consenting adults. You both did the act. Both of you should have been responsible, but neither one of you were. So why is it that he has to pay a bill that he didn't want to pay from the jump? I understand that the courts are saying, oh, no, you're responsible. But why is that? Why? That's all I'm asking. I don't think it's fair. And if you all and if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But you got to explain to me the fairness of it all. Explain to me why the guy who told you in the beginning.
There is no fairness in it, Mike. There is no fairness in it. That's just the way it goes. Like you said, somebody can say, Mike, I'm pregnant. You can say, no, I don't want this child. I'm not gonna be the child's life. But the way the system is, that woman still can go and put you on child support because that's the way the system is.
Isn't that
You're
crazy,
the father,
though?
whether you want to be the father or not. If Dana said that you are 99.999% the daddy, you got to pay, whether you want to be within the child life or not.
That is absolutely insane to me.
Boy, you would have made it in child support court, Mike. You would have made it in child support court.
Let's just be honest. I mean, if we're really gonna be honest, the system ain't set up for men anyway. I mean,
and that's why I just said that, especially if a woman child support.
Even if you're not going through child support, a woman could full on attack a man in his own home, and when the police come, you know who they're gonna escort out the house? They're gonna escort the guy out the house.
You're going to jail. Yeah. All she got to do is call police and say you touched her, and she could scratch your face up. You go to jail. Yeah, you are.
I mean, they're taking you out the house.
Thank you, man, OJ, for that. 90 days. 90 days in the county, homie. 90 days before you see a judge.
They taking you out the house. It can be your house. Your name is on the lease and everything, and it don't even matter. All she got to say is like, I feel threatened. Okay, and I'm like, why don't they just remove her?
All she got to do is say you touched her.
She ain't even got to say that. Women ain't even got to say that nowadays.
You can be cut up, and you gonna be right there in that bull.
Dude, you can have the knife stuck in your shoulder while you talking to the police. And say, can you pull this out? This is what she stabbed me with. Well, no, sir. It looks like she has a scratch on her elbow. Word. That's what we're doing.
You going straight to the county.
Man, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just craziness.
But I said that at the beginning, Mike. I said that the court systems, when they come between men and women, it's always swinging in the woman's direction.
The pendulum definitely swings in favor of the women. Absolutely.
Especially when you're going through things like child support. Judge gonna
Yeah.
look at you like you the worst thing in the world, and you could have just spent probably like $1,000 on that child.
The
But
worst person in the world.
if it's not going through if it's not going through the system, no matter how much money you spend on your child, if it's not going through the system, the judge will tell you ain't did a thing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a crazy world that we live in, bro.
Yeah, but I know, it can be, it's not fair, but we still have to look at that. That woman still has a right to go after you for child support because, truthfully speaking, Mike, you did lay down with it, and even though she opened her legs, you did, yeah, you know what I mean.
Phil, let
So
me tell you, I love you,
it
but
is
you
what it
sound like a
is.
sucker. There is nowhere in the world where you have two responsible people where you're just going to put the responsibility on one person. She had no part to play in it? None?
She had a
None
big part
whatsoever.
in it. She
I
had
mean,
a
come
big
on.
part in it, but they
Come
don't
on,
see it
man.
that way.
I know, but it's like, come on. I'm like, you can't sit up there and tell me, like, well, it's because of this. No, man. No. That
You're a
system is
deadbeat.
the
You're a
right.
deadbeat.
I'm
Simple
a
as
dead.
that. You're a deadbeat.
Exactly. You would be
It was a
considered to
one
be a.
night stand. It was a one night stand. I bet you knew that girl name, but you a deadbeat.
It's crazy how that works out,
That's
man.
why I
But
tell you
hey,
brothers out there, man, if when y'all meet these females out here, man, y'all
be
protect
careful.
yourselves
Oh my
because
God.
one night can turn into a nightmare for you. That's all I'm saying.
One night can turn into 21 years of them wanting to be celebrated on
Yeah,
Father's
man.
Day.
That's why I tell people, man, you be careful. Y'all be careful when y'all out here meeting these folks, man. Strap up, protect yourself, use some protection. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all fun and good come from the club. But when she called you a couple days later, talking about she missed her period and all that, then it's like,
Now, I like this statement
stop.
because she said it's not like that anymore. Both of you are going to jail. Okay, well that's good. But my question to the men is, did you wear a condom? Did you take responsibility of not getting her pregnant? Okay. So let
That's
me
all
let
I'm
me ask
saying.
let me ask you this question. Did you take responsibility? Did you have some condoms in the home and did you say you have to wear it?
Both was irresponsible. Both of us was
Both of them was.
irresponsible.
This is what I'm saying. You
But
can't say you can't. Hold on. I'm addressing this question because that's what popped up. You can't tell me that it's all his fault. You cannot tell me that
Mike,
because you have
society
to
wants
be.
you to think that it's all
And
his fault.
this is what I'm saying, and this is exactly what I'm saying. How all of a sudden all of the responsibility is shifted on him. Y'all are modern women. I'm a woman. Hear me roar. I want to be paid the same as a man. I want equality, just like men. But you don't want to share the responsibility? Something wrong with that. Something is absolutely wrong with that. You already knew what the plan was when you put your FM dress on before you left out. Why you ain't stop at the store to get what you needed when you knew you was about to do? Come on, man. You can't place that responsibility all on him. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah, that's
It's
why I
not.
say just everybody, man. Everybody out there dating, man, just be responsible, man. Just
Look,
be responsible in some of the
I,
things you do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's all we want to say.
That's the nice way of saying it. Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all better stop all this foolishness. Talk about some. Did you wear a condom? Did you make them wear one? Did you make them wear one?
Nine
Because
times
if
out
you
of ten,
didn't,
they did. Nine times out of
nine
ten, they
times out of
did.
10 they didn't. Because you just as guilty as they are. Don't y'all come at me today. I'm ready.
Yeah, but they know, but Mike, they know how the system, but they know how the system is, so they know whether
And
you say you don't involve
exactly.
the child or not. Well, whether you say you don't be child or not, it don't matter. You ain't got to be bothered with my child. I'm gonna put you on child support, and you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna go to jail.
You're going to have to pay. I'm sorry.
So,
Oh, my
brother,
goodness.
you ain't got to see the child now one day. And to be honest with you, some women don't care.
So they
You ain't
don't.
got to be in the child's life. Don't worry
They
about
don't.
it. As long as I get that check,
And then you know
it
what they're
don't
gonna
matter.
do? They're gonna dog you and talk about you to that child until the day you die.
Yeah, but once
Even
again, Mike, but Mike, we still have to go back. Once again, she would have that right to do that. because
I don't agree with that.
you are the father. You are the
No.
father. Whether you be in the father's life or not, the law states that you have to pay child support.
I understand. I understand that she legally has the right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Mike. I get exactly what you said, but
it's like
she legally has that right.
Yeah, I guess. So look, we're gonna end it on that note because hey man, fellas, the law ain't working for you. Be careful.
Man, y'all be careful, man. Y'all be careful. And I'm sorry, y'all. I have my laptop next week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you sucked today, going in and out and sounding like you underwater and all this other stuff. But it was still a good conversation, though. It was good. And we're gonna end it on that note because I got Bible class to go to, and I can't go to Bible class angry at y'all.
Bible class is started, right?
Yeah. I think yeah. Oh, it might have started now. Because what time is it? It's 7.
That's my big brother. That's my little big brother, Lewis.
What up, Lewis? I don't see him, but God bless you. Man. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Oh, okay. Wait. Regina replied. She said, "No, I didn't say that. If you know that you did not want a baby, you don't rely on someone else to make sure it don't happen."
Yeah, she got a point.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
She got a point. Yeah, that's why I tell you, brothers, don't get me wrong. I know it's a lot of I got a lot of single friends. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me. I know, and like I said, I ain't been married my whole life, so I know how the game go.
Just be careful. That's
why you have to protect yourself, because exactly what you said. If you're not want to have a child, strap it up, fellas.
Do what you got to do, man. Yeah, sisters. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you all have to do to get protection from getting pregnant.
Absolutely.
So it's just being an adult and taking responsibilities and doing things right. That's
all it is. That's all it is, y'all. And look, and if we did that and treat each other a little bit better, look, things gonna get better. That's all. So we're gonna end it there. I enjoyed this conversation. This is when it's going to continue. I promise you it's going to continue. As a matter of fact, that last question, that could have been an hour and a half show in itself. We might just revisit that. Because that's a good one. But I appreciate y'all and I love y'all, each and every one that supports us, man. Listen, y'all already know we can't do this without y'all. And, we just want to continue to put out the best content that we can. And as long as you guys keep supporting us, we're going to keep this thing going as long as we can. So on behalf of Philip Hines and myself, and until we talk again, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. Make sure you holler at your boys because we are officially out.
Peace.